Evening, everybody. SG Caper here. Going to be, been a long time since I've done any custom work actually, and I'm going to be working on one. Figured try to make this video while I do it. Making ALF. Get those lights adjusted for you. This came about because a buddy of mine on Joe Customs Too Dark to See had another guy on Joe Customs print him the head, and then I contacted the guy who printed it, and he told me where the file was from, and so I bought the file, and then I printed up a couple of the heads, trying to size it for the Ewok body, and I finally got it where I like it. And I have Elegoo resin printers, and as I was printing it, no, not as I was printing it, as I was making it, it was a solid piece, and I had to put a hole in it for the neck ball. And as I was drilling, the resin cracked. So I used green stuff to re-sculpt the back part of the head. Now it fits on just fine. And yeah, I'm gonna paint. So I got a bunch of pictures of ALF up right now, and let's see how I do. This is primed in Games Workshop Chaos Black Spray Primer. I'm going to start with a layer of Citadel Base Morn Fang Brown. Let's give this a quick start. And here we go. I haven't done as much printing as I thought I would, because I don't have time. I don't have time for anything. I haven't had time to paint. I haven't had time to do anything. Never mind go out. I had to set up my printers in my garage workshop. My garage workshop wasn't ready, so I had to tear out the drywall and insulate it, and I still haven't put up the new drywall, but I did set up a table and set up one of my two printers and a Elegoo curing station, and I've done a few prints, this ALF head being one of them. And I'll put links to where I got the file, if I can find it, in the description, if I remember. And I'll put a link to the work Too Dark did on his. I believe it was AlleyViperElite of Joe Customs that printed it. I have to double check that. Pretty sure it was. And then he told me where to find the file, and I bought the file and messed around printing until I was happy. And then it broke. I still haven't figured out how to put a hole in a solid head like this ALF head. He mentioned something, he gave me some tips, and I don't know, I just haven't had the time to mess around and try. Now I'm not going for screen accuracy here. ALF has huge feet. This Ewok clearly has little feet. Does have the right number of toes though, so that's a bonus. And I'm just getting this on real fast. ALF's fur is more like an orange red. I think I'm just going to slowly add to this until I'm happy with it. Now I haven't done any of the joints, so and no, I didn't prime the joints. This is for my own collection, so I didn't do any joint prep of any kind, and I didn't do a full prime, because once it's done being painted, it's just gonna more than likely sit in a box. Yeah, it's the bad part about all the customs is I hope I've been on camera. I don't know if I have. because I have nowhere to put them. So they just end up being put in boxes. Now, I feel like I could probably get away with just leaving ALF brown. I think most people remember ALF being brown. I don't think anyone would yell at me, "It's not screen accurate." But that would be a really boring video. So let's at least try something. All right, so there's the brown done. I'm going to go over the brown, I don't know, with a little bit of this. I haven't tried this. I'm going to see on paper if it looks good before I put it on. Citadel Base Bugman's Glow. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Let's see. Let's just add this to the snout. So I have a piece of paper over on the side of my desk that I'm using kind of as a palette, and I took the brown and this Bugman's Glow and kind of let them blend together there. That ain't terrible. Let's see, a little bit more. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know how many of you remember ALF. I remember loving ALF. I've tried rewatching it. I've introduced my daughter to it, and wow, it's not very good. Excuse me. I forgot to get water. Out that. How unprofessional of me. If you're watching this, you already know I'm not a professional. Okay, put that brush down for now. What brush I can use for detail? Let's try this. Let's do the. I don't even know where to put anything. My workspace is a mess. We had a friend over for Thanksgiving. He was talking about how his studio was a mess, and I said, well, I'll make you feel better. Come into my studio. You can't see really anything. It's kind of sad. One day I'll get around to cleaning it again. I feel like every collector and customizer goes through that. You get your space clean, you're all happy, and then, within a week, it's a mess. And then you procrastinate on cleaning it. But I really gotta. Okay. Toenails, done. I want to lighten up the snout just a little bit more. So I'm going to try, this is going to be a terrible idea, but let's do it. Where did Where'd that brush go? I'm going to try a little Fire Dragon Bright mixed with the brown. Just to lighten it up a little. That's not terrible. Yeah, so as I was saying, the show is like pretty damn unwatchable. We've tried a few times. It's just not very good. But I loved it as a kid, and nostalgia makes you do weird things. So we've watched it. I've watched more episodes than I probably should have. I just realized this should just be brown. Just trying to lighten it up just a little. I took more of the brown and a little more of that orange just to kind of brighten it up a little. It's not such a boring paint job. That's good. That color looks pretty darn good. Just the right color, I think. I don't think you can even see this on camera. They're so close. But it definitely has more of an orange tint to it. I'm actually really happy with that. So let's do the eyes and the teeth. The eyes are black. That's an easy one. I just need to get a nice pointy brush. This is a 00. Black. Get nice and sharp. The details that I get out of this printer are amazing to me. Like I don't understand how they work. I don't know anything about them, but it is really cool. I need to teach myself how to design stuff so I can print stuff and sell stuff. It's kind of the whole purpose, the whole reason I bought them was to jump on that 3D printer accessory bandwagon. So many people printing 3D accessories for Joes. Why shouldn't I get into it? And then my printer sat around for a year after I bought them in boxes, not being used, and I finally decided to use them. Alright, I'm going to do the teeth. There's a couple little teeth in there. I'm going to use Citadel Layer Screaming Skull. And I mean, did Cheech and Chong heads. They look amazing. I just printed them. AlleyViperElite from Joe Customs made the files. And then I printed them. And they look amazing. Maybe I'll paint those next. Where's that other tooth? Should be right there. There it is. So there's everyone's favorite Melmacian. Took me 15 minutes. Not bad. I'm happy with it. I know you really can't tell the colors, but it worked. So again, the colors I used, I started with the primer, gave it a coat of Morn Fang Brown, and then I used a little bit of this Bugman's Glow, and a little bit of Fire Dragon Bright, Abaddon Black, Screaming Skull. So in 15 minutes, I was able to get something that's been sitting on my desk for several weeks now painted. Sometimes that's the hard part, is getting past that overwhelming feeling. But there it is. I'll try to take some good pictures so you might be able to see some of the detail. There you go. ALF. Thanks for watching.